In the last 2 years, we grew my company Supademo from 0 to over 200,000 users and hit over $3 million in annual recurring revenue. During this whole journey, we went through 3 distinct phases of growth, which became a playbook that anyone in SaaS can follow to scale. So in this video, I'm going to reveal everything we did from 0 to 200,000 users phase by phase, with the specific tactics that helped us along the way. Let's get into it. When we launched Supademo 2 years ago, which if you don't know, is an AI-powered product demo platform for SaaS companies, we had no brand recognition, no brand authority, and nobody searching for our name. So we built the first layer of traffic by going directly to where demand already existed. The first area of focus for us was bottom of funnel, highly qualified traffic. And the lowest hanging fruit for us was latching onto existing competitor search traffic and demand. To give you a tacit example, we knew that anyone searching for keywords like top interactive product demo platforms, Walnut alternatives, or Loom competitors were already searching for tools like Supademo. So we created comparison pages for every single competitor we could find. And we first focused on casting a super wide net, meaning we launched as many of these imperfect versions of compare pages programmatically, watched which competitor pages were picking up momentum, and then went back and optimized the ones that were starting to perform. And here's where I see a lot of SaaS companies messing up. They move too slow and obsess over getting everything perfect instead of just putting stuff out there, looking at the data and iterating on it quickly. This is especially pertinent in early stage startups, where your main goal should be to get stuff out fast and actually see what sticks. Today, after 5, 6, 7, 8 different revisions and iterations, these comparison pages now convert over 20% of visitors into signups, which makes them some of the best performing pages across all of our website. From there, we built a middle of funnel layer through free tools, playbooks, and ungated platform access. For one, we made core features of Supademo completely login-less, meaning no one had to have an account or a sign up to experience what the product could actually do. Alongside that, we built a set of standalone free tools in adjacent spaces like screenshots or screen recording that our target users were already searching for, completely separate from the main product. We paired all of this with playbooks derived from building in public, curating onboarding best practices, and product teardowns recorded using Supademo itself. And we share these timely insights out into the world without asking for anything in return. And the logic behind both was that when someone experiences real value from our product or our insights, signing up for our product starts to become more of a formality rather than a decision they had to talk themselves into. And by showing and proving value upfront without asking for anything in return, trust ended up skyrocketing. For example, these free tool pages now bring in tens of thousands of visitors every single week, with roughly 10% converting directly into signups. For the top of funnel, we built programmatic interactive tutorials of other products at scale. And I mean thousands of them, each targeting a specific workflow people were already searching for. For example, we created interactive tutorials of both common and complex workflows of tools like Figma or Canva, because there were already thousands of searches for them already. And our bet was that by creating elegant, visual, and interactive tutorials of these tools in adjacent spaces using Supademo, a small sliver of those users might envision their own use cases for our product and actually be in the market for it. So to achieve this, we created thousands of programmatic pages with an embeddable live Supademo walkthrough of each workflow directly inside of the page. So someone clicking through the tutorial was implicitly experiencing what Supademo could do before we even asked them to sign up. Ultimately, our bet was that if someone is searching for how to do a specific thing or achieve a specific workflow, meeting them with a clickable, interactive product demo that encourages learning by doing is a much better introduction to Supademo than any blog post that we could write. This top of funnel category alone now drives about 50% of all organic traffic to our site. And even though it's fairly unqualified traffic, it does wonders for getting top of funnel eyeballs on our product and helping build general awareness and branding for Supademo. And by the way, if you're building your own SaaS and you want to see exactly how you can use Supademo to create clickable, guided, interactive product demos, you can check it out by clicking the first link in the description below. Now, let's continue. In parallel with our SEO and LLM efforts, I was doing the kind of work that would never show up in any analytics dashboard, but actually drove a real chunk of our early stage signups. The most specific example was going to Reddit and indie hackers, where founders were sharing their own products. Here, I'd offer to build them a free interactive product demo, or I'd just do it for them without asking. They'd share their product URL, and I'd record a full product demo of it using Supademo, and then comment directly inline on their thread so they could immediately click through, sign up, duplicate the demo, and start using it across sales and marketing. And because I was commenting publicly instead of DMing, every other founder or operator reading that thread could see the demo too and try it out. Some commented and asked for their own, others just clicked through Supademo directly, and I'd run the same loop across multiple posts and multiple forums. We did this across dozens of communities because public displays of value compound in a way private DMs could never. For example, a DM helps one person and then disappears, but a public comment with a live interactive demo sits there for everyone who finds that thread and keeps working without any additional effort from us. And so again, we ran variations of this across Reddit, indie hackers, and other communities until the organic signups started coming in on their own and snowballing. Now, of course, you might not be able to do the same thing for your specific SaaS, but the main takeaway is that early stage founders need to be willing to do the unscalable work, the unsexy work, to put you in direct contact with the people that you're building for. That's how you get valuable feedback, all the while making your solution a no-brainer yes to buyers. Ultimately, the feedback that you get from this kind of direct contact is something no dashboard can replicate. Being that close to your users is how we learned which use cases were actually performing and which part of the product was where people were dropping off. This is a type of information that would have taken us months and months longer to surface through analytics alone. That feedback fed directly into the product itself, our roadmap, and shaped what the next 12 months would actually look like. And if we had skipped this phase because it was unscalable and we tried to scale too early, we would have been moving faster, but we would have been moving purely in the wrong direction. Ultimately, if you're competing with larger, more established competitors or incumbents, you need to make it easier for people to say yes to you. And that means doing the work for prospects, adding value upfront, providing a white glove experience, and constantly listening to and applying feedback into your product. As our work in SEO and community building started to compound, we started noticing that a meaningful amount of our customers were coming from seeing another Supademo out in the wild. And that's exactly what we wanted. We consciously built an embedded viral flywheel into our product itself, where folks weren't creating Supademos to keep to themselves, but to actually share out with prospects, with customers, as well as colleagues. And when those folks would have a positive experience interacting with the Supademo, they would start to envision their own use cases, and we'd make it easy for them to find out how those folks built it and try out Supademos themselves. Or even better, some customers would embed a Supademo in their marketing website or their documentation in an effort to show and not tell. This exposed our product and platform to thousands of new users on a daily basis, depending on the customer. This referral loop now accounts for more than a third of our traffic, and it runs on its own because the product is designed to be used publicly in front of buyers, customers, colleagues, and more. And this definitely taught us that the best referral loops are built into how the product works and is tied to the moment within it, not added as a separate sharing feature. And if your product gets naturally used in front of other people as part of its core function, every customer becomes a distribution point without you ever having to ask. And what ties all of this together is the concept of what I would call distribution density. Distribution density means running multiple channels simultaneously so that when someone in your market encounters you for the very first time, they feel like they've heard of you before or seen your product in action. If you do this right, this creates an unspoken implicit layer of trust where folks end up gravitating towards the tools and vendors that they've heard of before when evaluating a brand new space. Ultimately, our traffic source today is roughly 30 to 40% from SEO and LLM search, about 30% from word of mouth and watermark referrals, and about 20% from building in public on LinkedIn. For the LinkedIn piece specifically, what made our traffic start to compound was raw, consistent storytelling about what building Supademo was really like under the hood. This meant posting about our ARR milestones, tactics that worked and didn't work, and specific challenges, opportunities, and metrics at specific points in our founder journey. And the posts that felt too transparent to share or were risky were actually some of the ones that built the most trust with the founders that I wanted to serve as customers. Building in public might be a slow channel, but it creates a following of exactly the right type of people over time that become become a steady source of signups. In the end, none of these channels alone could have gotten us to 200,000 users plus, and none of them compound in the way that they do without the others running in parallel at the same time. Now, if you're building your own SaaS and you want to start trying Supademo to convert more of the traffic that you're already driving, as well as help you with things like training, onboarding, and enablement, you can start using it for free by heading down to the descriptions and clicking the first link. You can use AI to record a fully clickable interactive demo clone of your product in minutes and share and embed it anywhere your buyers are looking for you and evaluating you. Again, you can get started for free by clicking in the first link in this video. And if you want to learn more about what's actually happening when it comes to AI and how it's killing SaaS companies left and right, then you can check out this video next.